Elyse's breath fogged against her helmet as the Ardent Dawn cruised through the shadow of a dying red giant. The ship's AI, Lucid, whispered warnings that the energy fluctuations ahead were off the known charts. The Eden Nexus wasn't supposed to exist. It was a fable told by conspiracy theorists and desperate dreamers over centuries. But buried within decayed archives, she had found coordinates etched onto an alien artifact unearthed decades ago. Elyse had gambled everything, her career, her crew, and the remnants of humanity, to follow a path that promised either salvation or annihilation. The Nexus revealed itself like the eye of God, suspended within a swirling cauldron of light and darkness, a rift carved through the universe, its edges pulsating with unnatural energy. Lucid hesitated. "Commander, scans indicate an anomalous temporal distortion. Probability of success, unquantifiable." Elyse gritted her teeth. "If we don't take the risk, there's nothing left to quantify, Lucid." The crew was silent, their fear palpable, but their gazes mirrored her desperation. They had buried too many futures to turn back now. As the Ardent Dawn entered the Nexus, time seemed to shatter. Colors they didn't have names for cascaded around them, and in a deafening silence, they emerged into an alien world that defied understanding. Towering monoliths of bioluminescent crystal stretched skyward, intertwining with floating rivers of liquid light. Gigantic beings, their forms shifting and morphing like living constellations, moved methodically across the horizon. It was breathtaking. It was terrifying. And at its heart, a massive structure floated, a titanic sphere humming with power, scarred by ancient battle marks. Their arrival was noticed. A blindingly radiant figure materialized on their bridge. The crew froze as its voice echoed not in their ears, but directly within their consciousness. "Why have you come here, progeny of ruin?" Elyse stepped forward, her voice unflinching. "We've come seeking salvation, to save our people, to undo the sins of our past." The figure regarded her, its form flickering like a dying star. "You seek redemption for your home by venturing into the cradle of creation? Desperation is a weapon that breaks the wielder." The truth laid bare chilled her to the core. The sphere was no gateway. It was no salvation. It was a seed, a fragment of the first civilization meant to create, but also warned to destroy. This alien artifact could terraform planets into paradise, but at the cost of consuming entire realities. "You would burn what remains of the universe to fix your broken world?" the figure asked. Elyse faltered. Could she doom another reality to save her own? Could she sacrifice untold billions unseen for the slim possibility of salvation? Yet, just as doubt overwhelmed her, the figure spoke again. "Balance exists in all choices. It is not light or dark, but the shadow cast between them. Prove you are not the chaos that birthed your ruin." A challenge was issued. Elyse and her crew must enter the sphere and navigate a labyrinth of consciousness, an interdimensional trial that would test their memories and emotions. Each step forward would confront them with humanity's failures, their deepest fears, and the personal regrets they had long buried. If they survived, they were told, the choice to use the sphere, or leave it dormant forever, would be theirs. Inside the labyrinth, time unraveled. Elyse found herself reliving her worst nightmare, the moment she abandoned her family to join humanity's dying fleets. Around her, the crew succumbed to visions of their own broken pasts, fracturing their unity. Anguish was no longer metaphorical. It was tangible, clawing at their sanity. Lucid, now interfacing with the sphere's construct, warned her one final time. "Commander, this test is rewriting us. Will you endure, knowing you might not remain yourself?" Despite everything, Elyse pressed on. Ultimately, at the labyrinth's heart, Elyse faced the greatest challenge. Herself. It was not humanity's sins she needed to overcome, but her own resentment, her regrets, her belief that she could save everyone alone. In the end, she embraced vulnerability, recognizing that humanity's survival lay not in godlike technology, but in reflection, unity, and change. The sphere's power was theirs to wield, but Elyse chose balance. Instead of rewriting Earth, she activated a chain reaction to restore Earth's biosphere over centuries. Slow progress, but progress earned, not stolen. The Ardent Dawn returned home with a message for the remnants of humanity. Survival was not granted. It was cultivated. The stars held vast possibilities, but they too would demand accountability. As Earth began to heal, Elyse's name became legend, a reminder that the journey of rebirth begins within. What would you sacrifice to give your future a chance? And when you find hope, will you have the courage to embrace it, scars and all? The answer, as always, rests in the choices we make today.